Good Friday afternoon. Hello and welcome. I'm so glad you're here and you've come back to see what I'm making with vanilla today. Well, in my pot it's simmering and I'm making vanilla rhubarb sauce. You could just eat it by the spoonful. You could also pour it over ice cream. Put it as a frosting for the top of the cake. Add it in with your strawberry rhubarb pie to even thicken it up more and give it more flavor. But today we're just making the sauce, and it is a simple recipe. So the rhubarb is from my garden. I chopped it up the other day, put it in the freezer because I didn't have time to make the video the other day. So I pulled it out of the freezer, added a little water so that it would defrost. Added 3 vanilla beans. Now usually when I add vanilla beans, I scrape the seeds and then after it's cooked for a while, I take the actual bean out, but not this time. I'm actually going to send it all through my Vitamix, and the vanilla bean itself is going to just get pulverized to add more flavor in there. If you didn't have vanilla beans, you could add vanilla to it. Now, could you can this later? Yes, but I'm actually just going to put it in a jar in our refrigerator, a half-gallon jar, because we will use it up quickly. Let's go make some vanilla rhubarb sauce. So here's the rhubarb. Has some water in there. It is still a little frozen. In the meantime, I'm going to slice up 3 vanilla beans. You could use a tablespoon of vanilla if you didn't have the vanilla beans, or a combination of both. So I'm going to throw those all in there, and I'm going to slowly let it cook. I put in a cup of sugar. If your rhubarb is extremely tart, you may want to put a little bit more. But it's just rhubarb, vanilla beans, sugar, and a little bit of lemon juice. Now, some people do put some salt in there, but I have never done that. That is just choices. So I'm going to let that simmer, and you will be amazed at how it quickly starts to break down. Now, I used a very green rhubarb. So if you used a more red rhubarb, it would be much more that color. So it's just bubbling away. I'm going to stir it about every 5 minutes. I don't want it to stick to the bottom. And when it starts to get really thick, then I'm going to put in my Vitamix so I can pulverize those vanilla beans. And I want to make sure there's no little pieces of vanilla beans. And that's why a Vitamix is just so great with that. If you were going to add some food coloring to turn it red, this was when you would do it. And just let it incorporate in there. So I'm going to pour it into my half-gallon jar. Smells fabulous, and we will enjoy that over the next couple weeks. Is that easy, fun recipe? My kitchen smells so amazing. That's one of the things I love about cooking, is the smells that it goes through your house. Now, the rhubarb I used today was mostly green. It had a little bit of red, but mostly green. I do have rhubarb that is very dark red, but that's not what I was using today. So you could, if you were using a green rhubarb and you wanted it red, you could add some food dye to that. That's just choices that people make. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just up to you individually. But I hope you try vanilla rhubarb sauce. You will just be amazed. If you make banana splits and that's one of your toppings, it's just like, boom! It's fantastic. This is Sandi at Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. I will see you next time. Have a great weekend. And this Sunday, I am making a jam jelly that is apples and garlic for Jam It Up June. So tune in for that on Sunday. See you next time.